Welcome, traveler. Find a comfortable position and allow your breath to slow. Let the tensions of the day, the weight of the known world, gently dissolve into the void behind you. You are now a passenger on a vessel of silence, drifting through the profound quiet between the stars. Our destination is not a place you can find on any chart. It is not a glittering star or a swirling nebula. Our destination is far more profound, far more mysterious. We are journeying to the edge of understanding itself, to a place where the very concepts of here and there, of now and then, begin to fray and lose their meaning. We are traveling to the threshold of a secret so deep it swallows light and toys with time. We are approaching a black hole. Do not let the name frighten you. Here, in this quiet space of contemplation, fear has no dominion. It is a relic of a world bound by simpler rules. Here, we replace fear with wonder. We trade anxiety for a serene, open-minded curiosity. For what we approach is not a monster. It is a question, made manifest in the fabric of the cosmos. It is the universe's most profound and silent riddle. As we drift closer, let the external world fade. The glow of your screen is now the glow of our cockpit. The silence around you is the silence of the deep void, and my voice is merely your companion, a gentle guide as we navigate these infinite dark waters towards a point of impossible density. Consider the sky you have always known. A sun that rises, stars that twinkle, light that travels in straight lines, faithfully illuminating your world. These are the comforting, dependable laws of physics. They are the grammar of our reality. But a black hole is where that grammar breaks down. It is a rip in the page, a place where the narrative of the universe takes a turn so radical it defies all conventional storytelling. It is a region of space, born from the dramatic death of a massive star, where gravity has achieved a final, absolute victory. So much mass is compressed into such an infinitesimally small point that its gravitational pull becomes infinite. The escape velocity from this point exceeds the speed of light itself. And since nothing in our universe can travel faster than light, nothing that crosses this boundary, not a single particle, not a single photon, not even a whisper of information, can ever return. This boundary is our destination. It is called the event horizon. Think of it not as a physical wall of rock and fire, but as the ultimate point of no return. A one-way door in the cosmos, a threshold beyond which the universe, as we know it, simply sees from the outside. It is a perfect black sphere, a silhouette of nothingness against the backdrop of creation. It is the ultimate secret keeper, locking away its mysteries with an unforgiving grip. And yet, for all its terrifying power, there is a profound, almost paradoxical peace to be found here. In the presence of such absolute mystery, the pressure to know everything simply evaporates. The peace of ignorance is not the peace of stupidity. It is the liberation that comes from accepting the limits of our understanding. It is the serenity of standing before the ocean, knowing you will never drink it dry, and choosing instead to simply marvel at its vastness. This journey we are beginning is an invitation to marvel. We will not be solving the black hole today. we will not be unveiling its final secrets. Instead, we will sit at its threshold. We will observe its properties. The way it bends the light from distant stars into a perfect shimmering crown, an effect we call gravitational lensing. We will ponder the bizarre fate of time itself, which slows to a crawl for an object falling towards the horizon as seen by an outside observer. We will explore the ghostly whisper of Hawking radiation, its theoretical, quantum mechanical sigh, and we will contemplate the wildest ideas. That a black hole may not be an end, but a bridge, a wormhole to another reality. Or that all the information it consumes is not destroyed, but painted onto its two-dimensional surface like a hologram. These are not just scientific concepts, they are the poetry of existence, written in the language of mathematics and witnessed in the theater of the cosmos. They are prompts for our own imagination, catalysts for our own "what if?" questions as we prepare to drift into sleep. So, as the gentle pulse of that distant quasar marks the passage of time in this lonely sector of space, let your mind grow quiet. Let your curiosity be your compass. There is no need to grasp, only to observe. No need to understand, only to experience. We are now on our final approach. We are now on our final approach. The star field ahead is beginning to warp, as if seen through a vast, invisible lens. The silence deepens. The darkness at the center of your view grows more profound, absorbing not just light, but sound and thought. Take a deep, slow breath, and let us begin our gentle drift towards the event horizon. The place where knowledge ends and dreaming begins. And so, we have arrived. Before us lies the heart of the mystery, not as a raging inferno, but as a sphere of profound and silent darkness. This is the black hole as we can perceive it. Its anatomy is deceptively simple, composed of just two primary concepts, yet each one holds a universe of mystery within. Let us gently unpack them, not with the harsh tools of mathematics, but with the soft focus of contemplation. First, let your gaze rest upon the boundary of this perfect darkness. This is the event horizon. It appears to us as a surface, a flawless black sphere. But it is a surface without substance, a boundary without a wall. It is a mathematical line in the sand drawn by the universe itself, defined by a single, immutable rule. The escape velocity here equals the speed of light. Think of it as the universe's ultimate river current. For most of your life, you have been swimming in a gentle pond where escaping to the shore is a simple task. But here, at the event horizon, the current suddenly becomes infinitely fast. No matter how strong a swimmer you are, even if you are light itself, the current is irresistible. It pulls you in, one direction, one destiny. This is the point of no return, the final threshold. From our perspective, safely watching from the outside, anything that crosses this boundary, a star, a cloud of gas, a hypothetical clock, seems to freeze in time. It fades, red, shifted into oblivion, its final moment stretched across eternity. It becomes a permanent part of the horizon, a fossil of light and time. There is a profound metaphor here, not of destruction, but of release. The event horizon is the final act of letting go. All that enters must surrender its past, its identity, its very connection to the universe from which it came. It is the cosmic equivalent of forgetting, a final, gentle amnesia imposed by gravity itself. It invites us to consider what we, ourselves, might need to let go of, to release into that silent, dark embrace, to find peace. And what of the destination? What lies within? This brings us to the second, and even more enigmatic, part of the black hole's anatomy, the singularity. If the event horizon is the gate, the singularity is the unseen chamber at the very center. This is not a physical object you could touch. It is a point, a concept, a place where the density of matter becomes infinite. All the mass that has ever fallen into the black hole, millions of stars, entire worlds, is crushed into a point of zero volume. Our language and our physics simply break down here. It is a place where the reliable, predictable laws of general relativity which have guided our understanding of the cosmos meet their end. They scream in protest, producing answers of infinity, which in mathematics is just another way of saying, I do not know. But let us not see this as a failure. Let us see it for what it is, a frontier. The ultimate. Here be dragons on the map of knowledge. It is not frightening. It is awe-inspiring. It is the universe declaring, beyond this point, my secrets are my own. It is the meeting point of the infinite and the nothing. A place where existence itself is rewritten by rules we cannot yet comprehend. And from this frontier of the unknown, our minds can wander into the realm of what if? What if? The event horizon is not to end at all. What if its name is a misdirection? We, on the outside, see a perfect, impenetrable black sphere because we are trapped in our own dimensional perspective. But what if, for the one crossing it, it is not a wall, but a gateway? A vast, beautiful, and luminous portal to somewhere else. Another universe, another time, another state of being entirely. What if the true journey begins only after this threshold of perception is crossed, in a realm where light is no longer the fastest thing, and where our concepts of self dissolve into a grander cosmic connection? And what if the singularity is not a chaotic, lawless void? What if our laws don't break down, but simply transform? What if, at that point of infinite density, new laws are born? Laws of quantum gravity, of strings and brains, laws that govern a reality so complex and beautiful that our current minds cannot even frame the questions, let alone understand the answers. What if the black hole is not a dead end, but a nursery for new physics, a crucible where the fundamental rules for a new cosmos are being forged in the dark? Consider this as you watch the perfect dark sphere. You are not looking at an end. You are looking at a question about the nature of limits, about the finality of letting go, and about the unimaginable possibilities that lie hidden behind the veil of our own understanding. It is a silence that is not empty, but full of potential. A darkness that is not the absence of light, but the presence of a deeper truth waiting in the wings. It is not merely a vacuum cleaner, a cosmic artist that works not in stone or light, but in the very fabric of space-time itself. To understand this, we must let go of the idea of space as an empty stage and instead imagine it as a vast, elastic and invisible fabric. Picture a taut, silken sheet. Now, place a heavy, dense weight in its center. The sheet will stretch, dimple, and curve around the weight. Any smaller object rolled near this depression will naturally spiral inward, not because the weight is magically pulling it, but because it is following the curvature of the sheet. This is the essence of gravity, as Einstein revealed to us. Mass tells space-time how to curve, and curved space-time tells mass how to move. A black hole is this concept taken to its absolute extreme. It is not just a weight on the fabric, it is a point where the fabric is stretched into an infinitely deep well. And this profound curvature creates the most breathtaking phenomena we can observe from the outside, the dance of light and the stretching of time. Let us first observe the light. Look at the magnificent ring surrounding the darkness. This is the gravitational lens. The black hole's gravity is so intense that it bends the very path of light from stars and galaxies lying far behind it. It acts as a divine lens, a cosmic telescope of unimaginable power. The light from these distant objects cannot travel in a straight line anymore. It must follow the curves of the warped space, bending around the black hole to reach our eyes. The result is this perfect, luminous circle. A single star directly behind the black hole would appear not as one point, but as a complete ring of light encircling the darkness. Multiple stars and galaxies create this shimmering, intricate necklace. It is as if the universe, in the presence of such immense gravity, has transformed itself into a single, perfect crystal ball, showing us multiple realities, multiple angles, all at once. It is a silent, constant miracle of geometry. But the black hole's influence is even more profound than warping light. It warps time itself. This effect is known as time dilation. According to Einstein's theories, the stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. Imagine a brave metaphorical astronaut on a mission descending towards the event horizon. From our perspective, safely on our virtual ship, we would witness a bizarre and poetic sight. As the astronaut approaches the horizon, their clock would appear to tick slower and slower and slower. Their movements would become a glacial, slow-motion ballet. Their final wave would be stretched across centuries. To us, they would never quite cross the horizon. They would fade into a frozen, red-shifted image, a permanent monument on the threshold. For that astronaut, however, their own clock ticks normally. Their perception of time is unchanged. In their final moments, from their perspective, the entire future history of the universe outside might flash before them. Stars dying, new galaxies forming, all in the blink of an eye. A second on the threshold could be an eternity in the universe outside. This is not science fiction. This is the confirmed, beautiful, and eerie truth of our cosmos. Gravity is the author of time, and near a black hole, it writes a story of profound separation, where a single moment can be stretched into an aeon. From this solid foundation of science, our minds can, and should, wander into the realms of poetic possibility. What if, near a black hole, it isn't just time that dilates, but consciousness itself that fragments? What if the immense gravitational field, pulling on the very fabric of your mind, doesn't slow it down, but rather splits it? Imagine approaching the event horizon and feeling your awareness divide, like a stream branching into multiple rivers. One thread of your consciousness experiences one timeline, living out one potential future, while another thread experiences a completely different one simultaneously. You wouldn't be living in slow motion. You would be living every possible motion at once, a chorus of selves experiencing infinite versions of a final, timeless moment. And what if these gravitational lenses, these cosmic mirrors that bend light, do the same to thought? If gravity can warp the medium through which light travels, could it not also warp the medium of consciousness? What if the serene space around a black hole acts as a natural amplifier for mental energy? A place where individual thoughts are refracted, scattered, and shared, creating a temporary collective dreamscape. A sanctuary for the subconscious minds of all beings who dare to contemplate it. Perhaps we are not just observers of this cosmic dance, but participants. Our quiet wonder, our what-if questions, might be the very particles swirling in this collective, gravitational dream home, adding our own small spark of consciousness to the luminous ring. Look again at the shimmering halo. You are not just seeing bent light. You are seeing the visible proof that the stage of the universe is soft and malleable. You are witnessing the slow, elegant dance of gravity, a dance that twists the paths of photons and stretches the seconds into eons. It is a dance that invites us to consider that our own minds, our own perception of reality and time, might be just as flexible, just as full of beautiful, unexplored potential. We have admired its scale and felt the curve of its gravity. We have seen it as a cosmic sculptor and a master of time. But now, we must confront the most enduring myth of the black hole, its permanence. We have thought of it as an eternal prison, a final destination from which there is no escape. But the universe, in its infinite subtlety, rarely deals in absolutes. Even here, at the apex of gravitational might, a delicate process is at work. A process that whispers the black hole's eventual, quiet end. To understand this, we must peer into a realm even more mysterious than the black hole itself, the quantum vacuum. We are taught that space is empty. This is an illusion. On the very smallest scales, at the kingdom of the quantum, what we call empty space is a seething, bubbling, effervescent ocean of potential. It is a cosmic foam, alive with fleeting energy. This is the quantum foam. Here, pairs of virtual particles, one of matter and one of antimatter, constantly blink into existence from the sheer background energy of the universe. Like bubbles forming in a glass of champagne, they are born together, and in accordance with the laws of physics, they are destined to almost immediately collide and annihilate each other, returning their borrowed energy to the vacuum in a timeless, perfect balance. They are ghosts of reality, appearing and vanishing in a heartbeat too short to measure. But now, imagine this delicate dance occurring not in empty space, but right at the precipice of the event horizon. Here, gravity is not just a force, it is a cosmic thief. When a pair of these virtual particles pops into existence at the very edge, a cosmic robbery can occur. One particle of the pair might fall, by chance, just on the wrong side of the line, crossing the event horizon and vanishing forever into the singularity. Its partner, however, is left stranded outside, orphaned. With its partner lost to the abyss, the annihilating reunion can never happen. The stranded particle is no longer virtual. It is real. It is given the gift of existence, freed from its debt of annihilation. And from where does the energy to create this real particle come? It is stolen, quite literally, from the black hole's own immense gravitational energy. This is Hawking radiation. It is not a fiery jet or a brilliant beam. It is a faint, almost imperceptible whisper of particles leaking from the black hole's event horizon. A slow, relentless sigh. For the colossal black holes we are contemplating, this process is incredibly slow, taking many times the current age of the universe to make a noticeable difference. But it is happening. This is the hot death in the cold void, the faint thermal glow of its own inevitable dissipation. It is light born from the darkest place in the universe. And from this delicate balance between creation and destruction, between the quantum foam and the gravitational abyss, our minds can wander into the most beautiful of what-if territories. What if the final flash of a fully evaporated black hole is not an end, but a beginning? We imagine the final particle escaping, the last sigh of Hawking radiation, and the black hole winking out of existence. But what if that final, bright flash of energy is a cosmic seed? What if, in that instantaneous, concentrated release of all the black hole's stored information and energy, the conditions are perfect for a new Big Bang? What if our own universe was born not from a singular, unique event, but from the death of a black hole in a parent universe? And what if, within our universe, every dying black hole gives birth to a new, infant universe inside it, with laws of physics slightly different, slightly tweaked? We could be living in one of countless such cosmic generations, a branch and on a more intimate scale. What if we, as conscious beings, emit our own form of Hawking radiation? What if the quantum foam is not just out there, but in here, within the fabric of our own minds? Our thoughts, our ideas, our sudden inspirations, they too can be seen as virtual particles, blinking into existence from the background energy of our subconscious. Most of them annihilate and vanish almost instantly, forgotten. But sometimes a thought falls across the event horizon of our awareness, captured and lost to the depths of our mind. Its partner, however, escapes. It becomes a real, tangible idea, a creative spark, a solution to a problem. The energy for that born idea is drawn from the gravitational well of our past experiences, our traumas, our learned knowledge. We are, in a sense, slowly evaporating our own past, transforming the mass of our lived experiences into the light of new understanding. Look again at the faint shimmer at the edge of the darkness. You are not just looking at a leak. You are looking at a conversation. A delicate, billion-year dialogue between the infinitely large and the infinitely small. It is a testament that nothing, Not even the most absolute power in the cosmos is immune to the subtle, persistent whispers of the quantum world. It is a promise that even in the deepest darkness, there is a mechanism for light, and in every ending, the potential for a silent, spectacular beginning. We have journeyed together through the known and the probable. We have stood at the precipice of the event horizon and witnessed the quantum whispers that promise its eventual end. But now, we prepare for the final leg of our contemplation. We must venture beyond the firm ground of confirmed science and into the landscape of the sublime, into the theories that are so radical they do not just describe the black hole, but use it as a key to understand the very nature of reality. Our first stop in this realm of the mind is a concept that has captivated storytellers and scientists alike: the wormhole. According to the mathematics of general relativity, the immense curvature of space-time that creates a black hole could, in theory, connect to another region of space-time through a bridge, a wormhole. Our black hole is one station entrance. The tunnel, often called the Einstein-Rosen bridge, leads to another station exit, which we might call a white hole, a theoretical point where matter and energy only pour out. But there is a catch. The tunnel is believed to be violently unstable. It would snap shut in an instant, crushing anything attempting the passage. It is a doorway that slams closed faster than it can be opened. For now, it remains a beautiful ghost in the equations, a suggestion that the universe could be intricately connected in ways that are mathematically elegant but physically impassable. It is a promise of connection, but one that remains, for now, unfulfilled. If the wormhole theory bends our perception of space, the next idea shatters our perception of reality itself. This is the holographic principle. It begins with a paradox. What happens to the information that falls into a black hole? According to quantum mechanics, information, the unique identity of every particle, can never be truly destroyed. But according to black holes, everything that crosses the event horizon is lost forever. This is the black hole information paradox, a fundamental conflict between our two greatest descriptions of reality. The holographic principle offers a breathtakingly beautiful solution. It proposes that all the information that ever falls into a black hole is not lost inside the three-dimensional volume. Instead, it is encoded, like a cosmic DVD, onto the two-dimensional surface of its event horizon. Every star, every planet, every atom that vanishes from our view is translated into infinitesimally tiny bits on this spherical surface, stored in the rippling fabric of the horizon itself. Think of a hologram. On a flat, credit card-sized piece of film, a three-dimensional image is stored. When you shine a light through it, a full 3D shape appears. The holographic principle suggests our universe might work the same way. The three-dimensional reality we experience, the depth of space, the solidity of matter, might be a projection, a holographic illusion, emanating from a two-dimensional layer of information at the boundary of our cosmic horizon. This means the black hole is not just an object. It is a Rosetta Stone. It tells us that the universe, at its most fundamental level, might not be made of particles and forces in 3D space, but of information written on a distant, two-dimensional surface. We, with all our complexity, our loves and our dreams, may be the magnificent, projected shadow of that underlying code. From these mind-bending shores, we can cast our what-if questions further than ever before. What if our entire universe is, itself, the interior of a black hole? We look out and see a universe expanding from a big bang. But what if that initial singularity was not a beginning from nothing, but the formation of an event horizon in a larger, parent universe? What if a star collapsing in that meta-universe created a black hole, and within that black hole, space-time expanded to create the entirety of our cosmic home? Our galaxies, our stars, our very existence would be the interior of a cosmic matryoshka doll, nested within an unknowable higher reality. And what if, within our universe, every black hole contains another universe, and so on, ad infinitum? A cascade of realities, each born from a singularity in the one before. And what if the wormholes that might connect distant points in space also have a counterpart in the landscape of our own minds? What if the states of sleep and dreaming are not merely biological rest periods, but are natural, psychological wormholes? When you sleep, your conscious mind, the you that is reading these words, crosses an event horizon into the subconscious, an event horizon into the subconscious. The tunnel of the wormhole is the dream state itself, a realm where logic is unstable and time is fluid. And on the other side, you don't arrive in another galaxy, but in another layer of your own being, the deep subconscious, a white hole, from which intuition, creativity and forgotten memories pour forth into your awareness upon waking. Your dream is the journey through the tunnel, a necessary passage to connect the different realms of your own consciousness. Consider this as we begin our slow departure. The black hole is no longer just a cosmic object. It is a key that might unlock the secrets of space-time through wormholes, and a key that might decipher the very nature of reality through holograms. It teaches us that the universe is stranger, more connected, and more deeply layered than we could ever perceive with our senses alone. It suggests that the boundaries we take for granted between here and there, between then and now, between the real and the projected, may be the greatest illusion of all. And so, traveler, our journey together reaches its end. It is time to gently disengage our gaze from the abyss and begin our return voyage. We leave the threshold of the unknown, carrying with us not answers, but something far more valuable, a sense of profound wonder. Let the images we have witnessed together drift through your mind like soft clouds. Remember the event horizon, that perfect, silent threshold, the universe's ultimate point of letting go. It taught us the peace that can be found in surrender, in releasing the need to know everything and simply accepting the mystery. Remember the dance of gravitational lensing, the way starlight bent into a perfect, shimmering halo. It showed us that the very fabric of reality is soft and malleable, that what we perceive as fixed and rigid is, in truth, a fluid and elegant dance of space and time. Remember the faint whisper of Hawking radiation, the quantum sigh that promises even the mightiest structures are transient. It revealed that light can be born from the darkest places, and that endings are often hidden beginnings, waiting for their time. And Remember the visions of wormholes and holograms, the ideas that our reality might be a projection, a beautiful and complex illusion, and that the cosmos might be connected in ways beyond our sight. They reminded us that the universe is far stranger, more magical, and more deeply layered than it appears. As the black hole recedes behind us, now just a distant speck of profound darkness, one truth remains, clear and comforting. The black hole is not a monster. It is not a cosmic villain. It is a teacher. A silent, patient reminder that in this vast universe, there will always be thresholds beyond which our knowledge cannot go. And that is not a cause for despair, but for celebration. For it is at these boundaries that our imagination is set free. It is here that the questions become more important than the answers, and the act of wondering becomes a form of worship to the cosmos. And now, you find yourself at just such a threshold. The journey through the cosmos is over. The ship of your mind is now docking back into the quiet harbor of your room. The darkness behind your eyelids is no longer the void of space, but the gentle, welcoming dark of the night. You are standing at the event horizon between wakefulness and sleep. So, let the lessons of the cosmos guide you now. Let your consciousness gently cross over this personal horizon. Do not fight the current. There is no need to hold on. Let the weight of the day, the glow of the screen, the chatter of thoughts, all be pulled across the threshold of awareness, fading and red-shifting into silence. Feel your own gravitational pull towards the pillow. Feel time itself begin to slow and stretch in the way it does just before sleep. Your breath is the steady, gentle rhythm of a distant pulsar. Your heartbeat, the soft, reliable hum of the ship's engine, powering down for the night. Allow the mysteries to cradle you. You do not need to solve them. You only need to be held by them. Let the silence of the black hole become the silence of your mind. Let the deep, peaceful darkness of space become the deep, restorative darkness of your sleep. Pour. As you drift across this final boundary, who is to say what dreams may come? Who is to say what universes you might explore when the constraints of waking reality are loosened? Perhaps, just perhaps, as you cross over, you are not falling asleep. Pour. You are simply passing through your own event horizon. Good night.